Wolverine, go ahead. Got a lady inside the Cajun Baby channel, and she's got all of her forms for dispatch there anyway that she can know.
How's it going there, folks? I'm going to do another quick update here. Sorry about the usual, the live stream stuff has been horrible here. So I'm going to pre-record some of these things, make sure they get out there. This seems to be the best way to do it where I'm not having glitches. So here's the deal. I want to send out a quick update based on what's going on here in the Carolina effort. We're trying to get some products together. My friend Randy from Foster Hill Transport is a real stand-up guy, boy. He's pulling this all together for us and making it happen. He's got a 53-foot box truck. It's going to be located in West Warren, ready for loading on Monday. And what I am asking is for all my Patriot friends out there to pull together and help out our brothers and sisters down in the Carolinas. I'm sure the news has just been loaded with information out there. Some of it accurate, some of it a little misleading. The storm as a whole, just to give you a real quick update on what's happened, where we are now, then I'm going to jump into the meat and potatoes of this. It's going to be a pretty short video. So this storm started out, looked like it was going to be a Cat 4, Cat 5. By the time it got close to the shore, it was downgraded to a 2. The storm as a whole was moving 15, 17 miles an hour, a very slow moving storm as far as its trajectory. It was not going that quickly. It was moving slow. Area-wise, it was a pretty good sized storm, though. It carried a lot of water with it. And this is a devastating flooding event for those areas affected. All right, they were spared the wind damage. Flooding is horrible, though. So what's going on right now, as I'm making this video, is I've been, again, just so you know, I'm tied in with the Cajun Navy, and we're monitoring their relief channels down there. They got several of them, some public, some private. I've made connections. I've got 2 secure drop zones, a primary and a secondary. The primary is right in South Carolina, and it's a staging area. It's high and dry. The place is secured, and we know the products are going into the people that need them the most. Not just the city centers where the mainstream media and FEMA show up, show off all their confiscated loads, and then let the rest of it rot in the sun. Not going to happen here. These products are going to be taken right into the heart of the communities that need it the most. And New Bern, that area of North Carolina, the New Bern area, horribly devastated. They suffered flooding really quick. But right now it's low tide. The crews are going as deeply in as they can while they have the chance to effect some rescues that they were unable to do when high tide was there and the storm was hitting. All right, so there's still people that have put out calls to be rescued. That's what these guys are doing. All right, the state apparatus and the emergency response people there, they did the best they could too. They were out there in boats trying to get people off their rooftops. They were trapped in their attics, all kinds of things. Now, the storm got so bad that your average rescue boat was just unable to navigate. What it is you not only have 8 and 10 foot swells that were reported when the storm was actually coming ashore, that you have to fight naturally as the tide and the storm surge is coming in. But what is really tricky and what is literally capsizing rescue boats is that those currents that develop between the buildings. All right, so you get water that's coming in. It's like taking a fire hose worth of water and putting it through a garden hose. The velocity of the water is increased. So as these boats are navigating along, trying to go headlong into the swells, a cross current comes in and is rolling these boats right over. So I had to call them back. It was very heavy on the heart. Listen to people that were pleading on their Facebook pages, through phone calls, through every means that they could to get out to someone to come and rescue them. And then hear that they were calling back and giving stand-down orders sometimes just because it was too dangerous to navigate. the Cajun Navy came in. They're not, these guys are making these judgment calls on their own while they're out there in the weather. All right, there's no stand down orders. These are patriots that are standing up and going in even when others can't. People on jet skis trying to get in when boats no longer are even possible. People on jet skis are going in trying to rescue people. Amazing what's going on down there. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things yet again. So here's where we're at. We are still bound. We're stuck to our schedule. We're going to stay underpinned by that. We want to get these most immediate, life-sustaining products. Usually, the first shipment of stuff down there to these areas is quite different than what your second phase, your second round of supplies are. In this case, I'm tired of seeing videos of little babies wrapped in muddy T-shirts. All right, every time there's a response like this, last year, both responses to Texas and Florida, diapers, formula, little onesies and socks for the infants and the kids. All right, that's about the only clothes we want. Don't empty your closets out of junk that your Aunt Gertrude gave you that you don't like. That's not what we're looking for. If you're going to send any clothes at all, infant clothes, that's it. Diapers, formula, hygiene, cleaning products. What's going on? This isn't regular water. All right, this isn't like a day at the beach at all. You got to look at these people that are coming out of the water and being rescued have been basting in a toxic slurry. All right, that's what it is. Imagine anything that could be under your kitchen sink or your bathroom sink, on a shelf in your basement or garage, and imagine dumping all this in your swimming pool. All right, sewage, chemicals, fuel. All right, the moment they get out of the water, these people have got to be cleaned up and dried up. So we need cleaners, first aid stuff. Any cut, any scratch could wind up being a big problem when you're in this water. So we got to be thinking about those types of products and supplies is what these people need most. They're up to their eyeballs in water, cannot drink a drop of it. All right, so actual cases of water are very much in demand for these people as they're being rescued. Again, the diapers and formula. Diapers and formula. If you're going to go out and buy something and you can only afford one thing, let that be it. All right. I don't think we can have too much formula for the babies out there. These people are being plucked off their roofs. They're not driving up in their driveway, loading up their trunk with all. These people have nothing. They have their child in their arm, and they're being rescued, and that's the way they're showing up at shelters. The ones that are lucky enough to show up at a shelter. So here's what we've got. I got two items that I want to hit on this video. Number one, Dave's Soda and Pet Food City has been very gracious. They've got 7 locations around here. The geographical spread is kind of western central Massachusetts. They got one place in Connecticut. They've not only agreed to have people come in and buy a bag of food for themselves and maybe throw one on the pallet for us to collect and send down there, but they've also, they're going to be a drop point. So, like, for example, in Ware, where I'm from, we go to Dave's in the same plaza as a Big Y. So if you're listening to me and you're from my own hometown of Ware, I want you to go over to Big Y, and I want you to grab a bag of diapers and a jug of formula, maybe some Benadryl. There's 6 poisonous snake species down here in the Carolinas. In Florida, this was a problem. The victims and the rescuers, they were getting bitten by snakes all the time, and Benadryl helps keep it down. So feel free to buy a bottle of Benadryl and throw it in there. Walk over to Dave's, which is 100 yards away. Thank them too for helping out, and you can drop off those things there. You can also buy a bag of dog food. There's been a rescue attempt to relocate. There was a couple of days where they moved 400 horses. All right, there's a huge effort. There's a special task force that the Cajun Navy has got just for animal rescue. So let's not forget our four-legged family members too. So each of the Dave's locations, I've included that in the description, the name, town, and address. I'm pleading with you. All right, we don't have the luxury of press releases in weeks or a month to prepare for this. This is hours and days that we got to pull this together in. So getting the word out is important. Don't have press releases. We don't have the news coming out and doing an interview with anybody. We got to hit the internet. So those of you that are watching this, you're already on the internet. So go find these locations that are closest to you. Go on Facebook or wherever. If you got a Mass Live or something like that, where they got a forum for that particular town or the towns around it, help us get the word out of those places that has a Dave's Soda and Pet Food City in it, the abutting towns. Locate their pages on Facebook, make that announcement, and make that plead with people. Please go help us buy a product that's needed. We've already published a little shopping list of those, basically their first response, life-sustaining type things that people need. Water, again, the hygiene and first aid supplies, bleach, tarps, very basic stuff. Go look at the list, share that out there, share the fact that these locations are available. This is very important. We got drop zones, 7 of them that just popped online within the last 24 hours. So let's take full advantage of this. This is going to be a weekend thing. We got to push this weekend to make this happen. So that's number one. If you've got other locations, if you're a real proactive patriot and you found a store that's got their heart in the right place and they're going to let you set up there and take collections, post that up. Go to the Northeast Civilian Emergency Response Network page. All right, it's on Facebook. Go there, post the location so everyone knows. And that's really all this is stay tuned, go and look for updates, and then hit the web. Yeah, tell your friends list. And let them know where these locations are so as quickly as possible we can roust up those things that we need the most, what they need the most. Now, as we do that, all right, and it's all about updating and sharing. That's it. I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of a constitutionalist, so most of the material on my Facebook page, I may have 2,000 people on my friend list, but I don't know that 20 of them know what the heck I'm talking about. So you're going to have to help overcome the Facebook and the Google and the YouTube filters and hit your list. Copy and paste. There's nothing I put up there that I'm claiming intellectual control over. You can copy and paste anything I put up there as your own. Just help us get the word out. Help us overcome the filters. That's something I can't do. All I can do is ask for help in getting the word out. And number two, second thing, we get a lot of people. We all got busy lives. I get it. I get a lot of people that are calling, emailing, sending messages. They want to do something, but they don't want to go to the store and buy something and then drive over and drop it off. They want to just make a donation. Every place that we have collection points, we got a little donation jug too. That's all well and good. But the reality of the situation, and we understand this very well, someone who's soaking wet on a rooftop with their children and a dog don't want a handful of cash. What they want is food, water, maybe a little medical attention. So here's what we're going to do. This is real simple stuff. Any monetary donations that come in, cards, things like that, because many times we realize this in Texas, people are donating gas cards and they don't have those gas franchises down there. So it became, useless. So here's what we're going to do. Those people that donate money, if they donate gift cards, especially if they're cards that they do not have these stores down in the Carolinas area, is we're going to turn that stuff into product. So what's going to happen here is I've cleared out my PayPal account. And this is just me. I'm trying to think outside of the box of how to accommodate that segment of people that want to contribute, because we're not a 501c3, nor do we want to be. We are not partnered with the Red Cross. We actually want 100% of this stuff to go to the people we want. We don't want to give 80% of it to executives. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to turn every dollar that comes in, whether it's in the donation jugs that are collection points or however, and I'm offering up my PayPal account. I zeroed it out for 48 hours. I'm going to just do a heavy duty fund push. And on midnight Sunday, I'm going to do my usual live stream on Sunday night. And right after that, when midnight comes around, everything that's in there is getting transferred to a debit card, and we're going right to either BJ's, Restaurant Depot. And between now and then, I'm going to be calling up and beating up on some stores because I want to find someone who will match. If I go in and buy a case of water, will they match it? All right, so we get more bang for our buck. But that's the way it's going to go. We're going to I'm going to get reports in on what the contribution stream looks like. If we don't have enough diapers, I'm going to go in and clean someplace out of diapers. That's just the way it is. We're operating on common sense, and that's just the way we're going to handle this. I know there's people out there have already asked me, I want to contribute. How can I do it? And I said, well, go to the page and get updated. Find out where our locations are, where people are working, taking donations in, drop in the bucket. Some do, some don't. Most don't. They want to do something quick. Everyone wants clickety-clack real quick. Here's your opportunity. That's all I can offer right now. The organization, like I said, we're not a 501c3. We don't have 501c3 compliant bank accounts, checking accounts. We're just good friends and neighbors being good friends and neighbors. So that's the deal. I'm going to do everything I can to push this out too, but you're going to have to overcome the filters. Facebook, I'm lucky if they'll let 20 out of the 2,000 people on my list see this plead. So I'm asking my friends to help out. The two major things that you can do right now to make this a success: advertise to the area towns, to those online networks where people are hanging out, like in Hadley. All right, Hadley is one of the Dave's locations. That town, the surrounding towns. Go out there and locate their Facebook pages and share what we're doing, and ask them to stop by Dave's with a contribution. And darn it all, we'll make it happen. I know we will. The second thing, and I know there's going to be those naysayers out there. Oh boy, I bet Dave's out trying to get rich off from Hurricane Florence. Well, no, Dave's not. Dave's zeroed out his account. Every penny that goes in there it's going to be transferred on Sunday at midnight. Monday morning, I'm going out and I'm buying these things. And any of you naysayers, I'm going to have transaction records and receipts for absolutely everything, because that's just the way we roll around here. So help me out. This is a good cause, and there's people down there in need. Monitor the Cajun Navy's Zello channel. This is Zello, Zello. It's a phone app that you can download. You got a smartphone, download it. Do a search for Cajun Navy. I'm going to tell you, though, this is just an online service, and anyone can go there and use it. You get some real nut jobs that'll just go out on the mic and blurt out anything. So be prepared. It's human nature. It's the way it is. But behind it, the network of people that has put this together are very hard-working folks. Many of them are retired and active military. They've structured themselves in a way that they just got a wonderful setup. So these reports that are coming in of people who literally need their lives saved, within moments, it's going to a team in that area, whoever's closest, to go out and help them out. They're also the ones that have helped secure a warehouse for this shipment. So you want to monitor what's going on in Carolina, in North and South Carolina right now during the storm. That's a way you can do it. The Cajun Navy also has a Facebook page. The only thing I would ask is that if you do, Don't go in there and be disruptive. Don't ask questions that are irrelevant. Go in there and monitor, just so you know what's going on, because there is important business going on in the background. Their moderators are very, very busy. And the last thing we need is random questions. What's the weather like there? Um, you know, Obviously things are bad. Let them conduct business. I'm just trying to give you a way that you can help keep track of what's going on in real time. Because that is precisely what we're doing. Um, Anyways, those are my two appeals to you. Help us advertise all the Dave's locations. All the text, like I said, the name, town, and address is in the description. A 48-hour fund drive. I'm cleaning out my PayPal account for the next 48 hours. Those people that want to contribute, that may not have the time to actually go to the store and buy something and go to a drop point, I'm telling you right now, drop it in that PayPal account. Sunday at midnight, I'm transferring the funds. Monday morning, I'm getting up and I'm going out and I'm going to be cleaning out stores of diapers, formula, alcohol and peroxide, cases of water. That's what I'm doing. Now, to that end, I'm going to need a few of my buddies out there with pickup trucks to help out. We still need runners. I got a few that have volunteered and stepped up, but we need more. So if you got a pickup truck and you can help pick these supplies up, we got a number of them. We're going to be hitting all the Dave's locations. I got some Patriot friends out in the Cape area. They've got a collection going and going to be moving some product into West Warren. And we still need more volunteers. That's the reality of it. And of course, don't be afraid to go right to a local store near you, whether it's a Walmart, Big Y, Stop and Shop, whatever you got. Download our shopping list out there. We got a shopping list of those emergency essentials. Have that. Take a piece of paper, put 4 or 6 of them on there, cut them out, bring them with you. This has been very successful in the past. It is people are coming into the stores. The stores don't usually mind because they're selling product. And hand the folks this. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them where the stuff is going. And say, these are the things that we need the most. We greatly appreciate your help if you could. And you know what? Most people do. They're very generous. They're very kind people around here. They just like to know where it's going. All right? And if they say, are you with the Red Cross? Chuckle and say, no. 100% of this stuff is getting to the people that need it. We are taking nothing. There's nobody here that's taking gas money. There's no one here that's being paid for anything. And 100% of this stuff is getting shrink wrapped on a pallet, put in a truck, and Foster Hill Transport. God bless you, Randy. Randy Duce has stepped up again. He was a huge, huge help in Texas and Florida last year. He was the first Patriot to step up again this year for Carolinas. His truck's going to be staged and ready to be loaded on Monday. So thank you, Randy and Foster Hill Transport. Thank you, Dave Soda and Pet Food City. Wonderful, wonderful thing that's happened right there. 7 drop sites came online in 24 hours with that one spot alone. So help us get the word out. Drop a coin in the PayPal account, and I'm going to update you on my usual live stream on Sunday. Not only will I have a really good update for the effort here, I've got something, you Second Amendment peeps out there. I have locked in a speaker for the 6th annual Flag Day Second Amendment rally. It is going to make you as giddy as a schoolgirl. And I'm not going to tell you now. You're going to have to wait till 8 o'clock on Sunday for that. But let me tell you what, I am excited. We got this person for almost a full week. And we're going to have not only a presence at the rally, but we're going to have some secondary events going on that you're just not going to want to miss. This is going to be a very unique opportunity for you patriots out there. And Monday, I'll also be reminding you, one of the things that we're going to be doing on Monday, aside from buying a bunch of product for these folks in Carolina, is I'm going to the courthouse in Belchertown, and I hope you're there with me. That deviant piece of crap pedophile, Sinclair, Joseph Sinclair. All right, the same judge released him. He's a repeat pedophile, molested kids over and over again. He got charged with it again. He's now looking at life in prison if convicted. The judge let him out, no bail. In the afternoon he got out. He was arrested later that night for violating the conditions already. He's a recidivistic maggot. He's going to be back in court on Monday. I'm asking you to come with me to sit in that courtroom so that judge knows there are people in the community that are not very happy with her releasing repeat offending, child molesting pieces of dreck back into our community. All right? So on a positive note, big announcement for the Second Amendment rally. On a real somber note, we got a pedophile that this judge may release again, and we want to send a message. Keep that dirtbag in a cage until he is convicted by a jury of his peers, and then put him back in the cage for life. All right, that's going to be the message on Monday. So thanks a lot for listening. Share the heck out of this. Please make this go viral. We're going to fill that truck only with your help. I'm one person, all right? I'm just some guy. I need your help overcome the Facebook filters and all that. So please share this around. Make it go viral. Everyone you know, not just in Massachusetts. Last year, we took in donations from almost all of the surrounding states. You know, New Hampshire, Connecticut. We had Vermont stuff that came in. You know, let's get her done. You know, we can do it. We stepped up and faced these challenges before, and we're going to do it again. But it's going to require everyone to help. So share this link. It's got all the information in it. You can get a hold of our shopping list. So if you want to head out to a store and start collecting yourself, post that up on our Facebook page, the Northeast Civilian Emergency Response Network. Look that up. Post where you are, and that way we'll know. Other people, other patriots can go in there and help promote it for you. Make sure we get out and also line up a way to get that stuff transported back in. If you're unable to handle that, please let us know. We'll get a truck and a runner out there to help you out. That's about it. Fly your flags high, keep your powder dry. Love each other out there.